What if your company had a policy to create the best customer service on the planet? What would that look like? Hi, I'm Ewan. I'm a marketer, a growth hacker, and a brand strategist with over 15 years of experience, and I help smaller brands compete with larger and more established brands. Customer service is such an underrated differentiator, and so many brands sleep on this. As consumers, we've seen everything from shrinkflation to strict return and exchange policies to an over-reliance on outsourcing and chatbots, not to mention mass layoffs and lax quality control where they substitute quality materials, ingredients for ones that are lower cost and quality. Now, there's only one reason why companies do this, which is to maximize profit. This is how they think, but here's the thing, it tends to do the opposite. I'm sure by now you've heard of the infamous shrinking seats on WestJet flights. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. For years, airline companies have squeezed and crammed and overcharged for baggage and made our lives miserable, all in the effort to make more profit. Most airlines don't care about your experience. That's pretty obvious. Because if they did, they would fix these broken policies, but they don't. I think the reason is it comes from a mindset shift, probably born in business schools and MBA programs where they're taught to maximize profit and efficiency at all costs. And they make decisions which they think are in the best interest of the company. But decisions that are intended to be in the best interest of the company are almost always bad for consumers. However, decisions that are made with the customer in mind are almost always beneficial for the company. Time and again, we see companies who chase profit and maximize efficiency often end up paying for it in the long run with refunds, negative reviews, loss of loyalty, and higher acquisition costs. Meanwhile, businesses that genuinely optimize for the consumer quietly build an advantage that's hard to replicate. Your product can be duplicated, your prices can be undercut, and your social media can be copied. But how you treat your customers and the feeling they have toward your brand, especially when something goes wrong, that's where a lot of successful brands are actually built. That's why I'm so bullish on customer service. Companies should treat their staff well, compensate them fairly, and ensure they are empowered to have empathy, judgment, discretion, and humanity.